What is up, degenerates? It is Monday. Happy Monday, November 3rd. Market is closed. My Monday videos are later because I'm waiting on rec shares to declare, and they just declared, so I'm recording this now. They declared, I don't know, a few minutes ago, and I will record this and I will premiere it immediately after, or soon after. But first, let's talk about WPAY. They declared this morning from Roundhill. Roundhill funds, you can get a payment every day. WPAY, you can be your Wednesday payer. WPAY, Wednesday pay. They're at $54.02, up 0.30. Let's look at the chart. It's a growth fund. I mean, they're down today. No, they're up today. 0.3, down from the open. They gapped up and went down a little bit. But this is a solid fund. I know a lot of you guys like this. That's why I cover it. I don't own any. I'm in degenerate mode. High income, high yield, until I can retire. Once I'm retired, I will move some money or distribution. I will re-drip. Right now I'm on full drip. I will start moving my distributions to some of these growth funds and go for growth and income, which WPAY offers. And so do rec shares. We'll get to them in a minute. So anyway, WPAY declared 56, almost 57 cents, down from 62 cents, so it's down a little. I averaged the last 3 payments to get my yield, which is 61% now. That'll pay Wednesday. So it's a solid fund. It's not degenerate enough for me, but I know a lot of you guys like it. That's why I cover it. And I think one day I'll be buying into it. But we'll see. Let's go to rec shares, growth and income. They were NVII, which is their NVIDIA fund. They're at 34.08, up 2.33 today. NVIDIA was up 2.17, so they captured more. TSII, which is a Tesla fund, up 2.8. Tesla was up 2.59. They captured more. MSII, down 0.68. MicroStrategy was down 1.8, so they captured less of the loss, only 37% of the loss. MicroStrategy, I still own a lot of strategy funds, you know. It's a train wreck, and I'll show you that chart in a minute and some news on that. I don't know what's going on there. COII, which is Coinbase fund, 2288, down 3.2, but Coinbase was down 3.89, so they didn't capture the full loss, only 82% of it. So let's look at a chart. I want to show you MSII and strategy. This is TradingView that I use for you newer subscribers. I have the paid version because you can make all these different watch lists. This is my watch list. I can do rec shares, the weekly funds. I'm going to add some more. I'll talk about that in a minute. But let's look at MSTR. These are the funds on MSTR. I might be missing. I am missing the Yield Boost one because they have a new one. I'll add that later. But MSTR, down, down, down. Look at this. Down 1.8% today. They a couple days ago, a couple trading days ago, it was last week. H.C. Wainwright has lowered its price target for MicroStrategy from $521 to $475 per share. 1 hour ago, Strategy proposed initial public offering. So they're issuing new class funds, and they're diluting their current funds. They're going to do an IPO of 3.5 million shares of 10% Series A perpetual stream preferred. I don't know. I mean, there's so much going on with them. They're They've diluted shares. They own a ton of Bitcoin. They added more Bitcoin, I think, this morning, like 50-some million dollars worth. But they don't follow Bitcoin. And I know, MicroStrategy, a lot of people say it should follow Bitcoin. Well, no, because they're in the software business as well. So whether they're gaining or losing, I don't know if I like what they're doing, because it's going down. I mean, look at it. This is the chart on MicroStrategy. And then MSII, same thing. MST from Defiance, same thing. MSTW from Roundhill, same thing. ISD with YieldMax, same thing. IMST from Roundhill, same thing. If you own Winter from YieldMax, look at that. The opposite. It's up. This is a short strategy, option income strategy, and it's a good hedge. If you're not, my phone's dinging there. I don't Winter, but I'm liking Winter because I just don't understand what MicroStrategy is doing. But yeah, Bitcoin is down. We can look at Bitcoin. BTC, we can go US dollar. I mean, they're all over the place. Down today. They're back down to 106. Yesterday, they hit a high of 111,000. Now they're down to 106. But they do that. They're all over the place. But that's Bitcoin. Let's look at MSTR. Consistent down. I own ISD from YieldMax and IMST from Bitwise, and I dread both of them. I'm not adding new money into those, but it's a confusing situation with MicroStrategy, and I know a lot of you agree. So I don't know what they're doing. We'll keep an eye on it. Anyway, we went through our rec shares. Declarations. NVII went from 27 cents to 28 cents. That's a little raise. They're at 42% yield based on the average of the last three payments. TSII, which is their best yielder, went from 36 cents to 41 cents. We are now at 66% yield. MSII, this again struggling, went from 7 cents to 8 cents. That's a raise, but only 26% yield. And it's growth and income supposedly, but that one's not growing. The rest are. COII, which is a Coinbase fund, went from 10 cents to 12 cents. That's a raise, but they're only at 25%. Let's look at that chart. Are they in growth and income? It's choppy, but higher than what was. They just launched in August 1st at 24.83, and they're now at 22. So it's lost some, but they're paying distributions, so we don't care. Let's go to the rec shares on X. I am on X at Div Degenerates. That if you want to talk to me, that's the best place to do it. I'm starting to. X is growing on me. I wasn't on it till just recently, and it has grown on me because I follow finance people, finance stuff, ETF stuff, and YouTubers that cover this stuff, and that's all that pops up on my feed. So I went into rec shares. They got a new. This is from September, and they pinned it, so it's at the top. They've got an ETF on Doge, the meme coin. Not a fan. I owned Doge, back when Elon pumped it, and I made a few bucks, but I don't trust that blockchain, if that's what you want to call it. They also have an XRP, a little more intriguing, but again, these are not income. These are just funds that you buy and hope they go up. So not interested. Then they finally announced their distributions for the funds I just went over. But look at this. They do a market recap. Beta Crypto and Digital Index up 1.4%. Tesla up 2.59%. Stocks closed mixed Monday as AI optimism lifted big tech. Amazon surged 4% for you AMZ people on a $38 billion OpenAI deal, 2 words, boosting NVIDIA 2% and pushing the NASDAQ higher. But this is what I want to show you. Launching tomorrow, 5 new Rex growth and income ETFs. This is up our alley. They've got a CWII, and I will cover these as they come in. I put them on the spreadsheet right here. CWII, which does options on CoreWeave. CoreWeave was down 5.53% today. Again, these haven't launched yet. They'll launch tomorrow. I'll put in prices as they go. LLII, Eli Lilly, is at 862, up 3.96% today. So hopefully they're trading already on these. I don't know. HOII, another Robinhood fund, was up 0.2%, 146. A Palantir fund, up 3.35 today. $200 for Palantir. We'll see what they open at tomorrow. It won't be $200. And then Walmart, not crazy about Walmart. I mean, it might be a good growth fund with a little bit of income. It's going to be WMTI. Walmart's at 101, up 0.4%. So Rec shares as a whole is up 0.31% today. If you average them, their underlyings are up 0.16 again, we don't have the new ones prices in, but I just average totals. So we'll see. But I will cover those. I like Rec shares. I don't own them. They're growth and income. You're going to get lower yields, but more growth, except for the strategy one. I'm confused on what they're doing there. I think it's going to turn around. I trust the company, sort of. I certainly trust the strategy that they use. They just do synthetic covered calls on half of their synthetics. So they're not as capped on the upside. So we'll see. But we'll track those. I don't own any of the Rec shares. But I know some of you do. That's why I'm going to cover it. Because you guys, this is your channel, not mine. I just like talking about the stuff. So anyway, Palantir we can talk about. They have earnings today. After the close, PLTR. Did they announce that? I don't know. Yes, they did. And look, it's gapped up in after hours today. Well, it's gapped up. It's been pumping for the last several days. But let's see the earnings. So, estimated 60 cents per share earnings, reported 21 cents. That is a surprise of 4 cents, 25%. Revenue estimate was 1.09, reported 1.18 billion. That is an $89 million surprise, 8%. That's good. Was it already priced in with the last few days? I don't know. We'll see. But let me go to, I have Palantir in here. All our Palantir funds. I don't have them all because they're just releasing new funds every freaking day. But I have Palantir, some of the OGs. That's Palantir. This is PLTW from Roundhill. And again, this is dividend reinvestment adjusted. I can turn it off, but it looks similar. Plady from YieldMax looks the same. That's with dividends reinvested. Let's turn that off. Similar. PLT from Defiance. Same. Let's turn dividends off. Same. So Palantir has been a monster. Big fan of the company. I do own PlayT from YieldMax. That's the only Palantir exposure I have. That's been great. So I'm not adding new money to it, but I am dripping it. So every week, every Friday, I get a distribution. I have Robinhood, so I don't get the distribution till after the close Friday, but it reinvests those dividends into PlayT on Monday. So that's the coverage. Tell me what you guys. Let me know how the audio is. I'm neurotic about that because I've watched my own videos, the premieres, and it's been real staticky. The last one I did was better. I did change a setting in YouTube to not enhance the audio. So let me know. Other than that, have a great day, and I will talk to you in the premiere soon. Happy Monday, everyone.